Hey, tarot fans, welcome to Timeless Tarot. I'm Cindy, and this is your weekend energy, yours and theirs. Pick a card reading. So, what I'm going to do is I've got 3 charms here. I'm going to ask you to select one. Whichever charm you choose is going to put you in a group 1, 2, or 3. There will be timestamps below, so you can skip ahead to your group if you're not immediately following this in group 1. Also, these are collective readings, so please don't try to make it fit. If it's not your story, just check another group or maybe check another video. You may find yourself there. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to pull a 9-card spread for each group, 3 cards for the immediate past, 3 cards for your present, and 3 cards for the incoming energies should you not change course. So the 3 charms I have here is this wooden sun charm. If this one really appeals to you, you are in group 1. Group 2, we get a trumpet. So you might have something to say. If the trumpet is really appealing to you, then you are in group 2. And group 3, you get this planet with a ring around it. So I guess that would be Saturn. If this charm is the one that is most appealing to you, the planet, Saturn, I think, gold little charm here, then you are in group 3. So again, group 1, group 2 with the trumpet, and group 3 with the planet Saturn. All right, so group 1, you're up. This is your charm, group 1. 3 cards for you, your energy, what you're bringing to your relationship, however you define it. On the table today, 3 cards for their feelings, and then 3 cards for the overall energy attached to the connection itself. All right, let's see, group 1. What's coming up for you this weekend? How are you feeling? 3 cards for you. We get the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the Death card in the reverse, and Judgment. Oh dear. Okay. Strong statement there from you. Roles can be reversed, by the way. So this may not be you, maybe your person's energy, but I read them first off as the first one as being yours. For your person in this connection, for them, you get the 4 of Swords in the upright, the 6 of Swords in the reverse, oh dear, and the 10 of Wands in the upright. Okay, both parties in this connection are definitely going through it at this time. And for the connection itself, group 1, you get the Page of Cups, the 5 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Overall energy for the reading is the Empress in the upright, and the unconscious energy that is surrounding you that you may or may not be aware of because it is unconscious is the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, straight off, I'm getting from this that there is a sense of, for at least one of you, and I think it was you, there is a sense of smothering, a sense of perhaps a lack of respect for personal boundaries. Or it could also be just a feeling of a lack of personal loss of some sort. That I think there's a battle between that open, nurturing energy and the energy of independence. Okay, so for you, you get the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. That's someone who has been working hard and who is either putting it down or, again, in this case, I think it's been someone who has been possibly too heavily focused in one area. They might be very, very heavily focused in one area, possibly that nurturing area, mothering area. Might not be, but for some of you it is. For some of you, it's just uh, been working very, very hard on this relationship for whatever reason, in whatever way, and you're stepping back, putting it down. You get the Death card in the reverse. That's a chapter that's trying to close, but you're still looking back at it. So it's feeling stagnant, stuck. And also you get Judgment in the upright. So this is coming to a crossroads. Okay. Is there open conflict? I don't think there's open conflict. I think it's simmering. Okay, so you're simmering and about to come to some sort of crossroads, some come to Jeebus moment. And it looks like you've been at it for a while, and it looks like it's coming to a head, at least internally for you. For your person, they are looking back at you, also feeling burdened, also feeling the burden of this relationship, also feeling stressed out in terms of their ability to take action in any kind of constructive way. They feel stymied. And intellectually, they're ruminating. They're looking back. They can't seem to move on. So you've got the Death card, trouble moving on, closing a chapter, and they've got the Six of Swords in reverse, which is intellectually moving on, but you can't. It looks like they're resting on it, maybe keeping to themselves, maybe keeping quiet. You two would have, for sure, because there's a sense of disappointment here, for sure. I think that there has been, this isn't like a one kind of fight or one kind of altercation or one kind of, it's an ongoing situation that one of you is about to actually make a long-term decision about, and the other one, I think, is keeping quiet. They've gone silent, resting on it. They're not actively engaging, but they're tired. They're really tired. For the connection itself, in the center, I have you have the Five of Cups. That's sadness, disappointment, regret. Flanked by the Page of Cups, which is an open energy, an open but possibly young, immature energy. And on the other side of it, we get the Knight of Cups in the reverse, which is unstable approach. So one of you is in and out, in and out, in and out, but not so much from an active stance. They may actually just be consistently there, but their emotional availability, it runs hot and cold. And the other one might just be naive, because there's disappointment in between the two. And I think it is you, that first energy, that might be being naive, or might just be looking for a Hail Mary, a surprise, whereas the other energy is emotionally and physically and mentally exhausted. Again, there is love on this table. We do have the Empress here. There is nurturing. Somebody on this table, I think it's you, is quite nurturing. But there's a sense of lack of loss of independence or peace of mind, and resources. Just might literally not have the money, time, physical resources to keep going. I do think that there is judgment is on the table. So it may come. It may come. There's a lot of pressure here. I really see two people who are not meeting each other's needs and are just trying. I think you guys like each other. I think you guys like each other, but this is a unstable, emotionally immature. There's some emotional immaturity and naivete on the table. So it looks like, I don't know if you guys are actually going to have it out for the final time, but it's coming. All right. Sorry about that, group one. Actually, you also, your overall sign here of the sun that you chose, sometimes can be like, yay, and great times. And other times it can be clarity. And I think for you, we're looking at a situation where clarity is forthcoming for both sides. And there's definitely going to be a, well, come to Jesus moment for you guys. All right. That's group one. Group two. What do I got for you? The trumpet here. If you chose the trumpet, you are in group two. Grab another deck and we'll see what the energies you have from your relationship this weekend, the energies that they have, your person has toward you, and then the energies of the relationship itself. Again, please hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of content and would like to continue to see it. All right, 3 cards for you. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Ooh, the Tower. And the 2 of, this is not good. I was hoping for someone to be having a really fun weekend, but yeah. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower in the upright, and the 2 of Cups reversed. That's your energy. The energy for your person, King of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Your energy is quite straightforward. Their energy is a little bit more strategic. Okay, energy for the for the reading overall: Justice, Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the 2 of Wands in the upright. Overall energy for the reading is the 3 of Cups. That's good, in the upright. And the unconscious energy that you may not be aware of, may or may not be aware of, is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so we have a sense of support. At least you're showing up with a sense of goodwill, let's call it. There's definitely a sense of goodwill here, but at least on the surface, from one of you, actually, I think it might be them, come to think of it. But under the deck, there is a sense of, with that Queen of Swords in reverse, that it's a sense of, is this true? Because I don't think she's buying it. And maybe a sense of bitterness, or a sense of sharpness. So one of you is at least on the surface being supportive and community based, and the other one, I think, or is a dichotomy within you. Might be a dichotomy within you, come to think of it. I'm going to pull one card for that. Is this a dichotomy within them, or is it 2 separate people? Okay, it's a dichotomy within you. That was clarified by the 9 of Cups in the reverse. So a sense, a lack of personal fulfillment. It looks good on the surface as a community, but underneath it all, it is not personally fulfilling. And you might think that it's fake. It's fake. Something's fake. Your energy with that 5 of interesting because I just zoned back in on this trumpet here. Something needs to be said. And I think it's coming from you and it's going to happen. It might even happen. It's going to, the tower typically is 3 days. So if you get this reading on a Friday, it's definitely going to be this weekend. The tower in the upright is some pillar of your worldview, of the way that you do things, of your construct, whether that be physical or emotional. I think it's emotional, but it does attach to the physical. So your personal relationship, this is a personal relationship reading, is about to take a big hit that you may not see coming. And it has to do with processing feelings of abandonment, processing feelings of being needy. And I get the feeling that this is a situation that has it may be that you're going to get some information from your person that comes as a bit of a surprise. And in particular, your person is feeling like you might not be carrying your share of the water. I think your person may be seeing you as being needy, and they might be getting tired. Just a constant need of yours for their resources, and that doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be money, but it could be time. It could be their attention. It could be anything. But there's a feeling that it has put a strain on your relationship, and I think you're about to be informed. You're about to be informed about the fairness of this. And you may not be doing anything wrong. And of course, roles can be reversed here, but you may not be doing anything wrong to your mind. But your person, when I move over to their card, they have the King of Pentacles. That is the provider on the outgoing energy. And the very center of this spread connected to your person's energy is the Seven of Wands. And that's boundaries, issues with boundaries. That's somebody saying that's enough. I've shared all that I can share. I'm drawing a line in the sand here. And then they close out with the Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Seven of Swords in the reverse is duplicity. And in particular, with everything else that's going on here, I think your person may be strategically acting like everything's okay, or may have been acting like everything's okay, but they are, at least mentally, have begun the process of checking out, and they may not be telling you. And before you freak out, it's a process. So this is just a weekend reading. They may be going through this in the moment. This is what they're going through in the moment, and they may be processing through it, and they may not. They may reach a different conclusion, but at this snapshot in time, they are definitely thinking intellectually, but not necessarily sharing, that they are beginning to look at other, at leaving this. You can see in this card, it's like there's a circus. This guy is it's called the Thief card. So there is a duplicity in here and shadow in here. But in the reverse, the way that I read it is somebody who is going their own way and not necessarily doing it above board, but they're doing it from a fear-based, a protection-based, pulling from the scarcity polarity of source. Especially next to this, like this is defensive. So this person isn't maliciously keeping things from you, but they are playing it through, playing their scenarios over in their mind because they feel like they've been in a circus that they don't want to be in anymore. Okay, for the connection itself, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is a closed heart. It can also be, again, neediness. So there's a feeling both of being needy, codependent, and closing up. Where the heart is open, it's manipulative, possibly. There's also justice. Okay, so the energy of fairness is on the table and is trying to function, but it's coming. I don't actually see a break here, even though I do see that tower. So there is a catalyst moment that's going to bring this out. And you do finish off the connection for this week, finishes off with a new plan. This is not active planning. It's the energy before the plan is actually initiated, but it is on the table. So I don't think there's going to be a break. In fact, I'm quite sure there's not going to be a break, but there is going to be a surprising discussion that clearly needs to be had, and that has clearly needed to be had for some time. So from that perspective, yay, because you got to get on with these things. But it looks like it's going to be a crunchy weekend for group 2. Sorry about that, guys. Please let me know in the comments how that works out for you. On to group 3. Group 3, you get the little Saturn here, planet with a star and its rings. Saturn is connected to the god Saturn, which talks about, and the planet Saturn. I'm talking about the Greek god Saturn and the planet Saturn, which is connected to limitations. Not necessarily, and people think of limitations as the opposite of freedom and therefore it's terrible, but without limitations, you have no construct, right? There is actually nothing without limitations. You as a person, as a human being, would completely dissolve into the atmosphere without the limitation of your skin. So limitations have a higher function than just the word no. All right, let's see what we got for you. Group 3 cards for you. We have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in the upright and the 8 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, for your person, we got the Chariot. Cool. The Hangman in the reverse. Well, that's a go stop. Okay, and the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Oh, no, that's a pause. That's a go, pause. Okay, there's a choice being made there. Okay, they're out of several options too. For the connection itself, we have the Hierophant, nice and solid. The Magician in the reverse. Not my favorite card. And Justice. Okay, for the overall energy for the reading, I have the Sun in the reverse. And at the bottom of the deck, the unconscious energy that you may or may not be aware of is the Wheel of Fortune. And I think that's reversed. I think I switched that the wrong way and it's feeling reversed. So I'm going to read that in the reverse. Okay, so overall energy, we have nostalgia and go back. So what we're talking about here is a do-over of some sort. Okay, so your overall energy limitations too, going back to that Saturn limitations. That's interesting. Someone may have hit a wall here and has to look back. I think we might be looking at a coming back together of a relationship that has previously split, possibly. Okay, so for your energy, I have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and the Queen of Wands in the upright, and the 8 of Swords. This is really good energy. And the roles could be reversed, but if this is your energy, I'm happy for you because you're feeling a lot better. Queen of Wands in the upright is regaining confidence after whatever the Seven of Wands, whatever she was defending herself against, whatever boundaries had been crossed, whatever made her feel unstable, that seems to be leaving, being replaced by a resurgence of your personal sense of confidence, attractiveness, and also releasing the Eight of Swords. This is a relief of limiting beliefs. So you might have been feeling beset and not really feeling strong about yourself. But it looks to me like you're coming back online. You're coming back stronger than before and feeling pretty good about it, stepping into your own. That's awesome. Love that. For your person, they got the Chariot, that's swift movement, emotional balance attached to it, followed by the Hanged Man in reverse. That's a pause. Transformation. It could be coming out of transformation, and I think it is, because the Seven of Cups in reverse, each of these cups represent choices. This person looks like they have headed, swiftly exited or gone their own way emotionally, and have grown up a little bit. And maybe actually made a finally come to a decision, finally leveled up a little bit, or in the process of leveling up a little bit. It's not complete. Because I get the feeling that this hangman is currently in the reverse, moving to the upright position. And as part of that process, they are collapsing their field of opportunities, making a focused choice. Cool. And that may be why you're feeling better. If that energy is coming back around, because maybe they got a little nostalgic, they miss you a little bit. If that energy is coming back around and starting to shine on you after it had left, and it was a beautiful, big, bright energy when it left, if it's coming back around and shining its light on you, it would make sense that you would be feeling pretty good. Okay, for the connection itself, I have the Hierophant. That's in the upright. The Magician in the reverse, so that's a bit of fear pulling in. And Justice. Okay. So there is, for the connection itself, there is a transformation coming through, more than a brand new manifestation. And it does have some fear attached to it. So it's not a full, clean, straight up connection is solid. Justice will be done. It's going to be a bit crunchy, but I think you're going to get there because, for the connection itself, we have three majors. And the Hierophant is fully functioning. The Justice card is fully functioning. So that's the way of doing things, balanced for your best and highest, both parties on the same page. And fairness is on the table, truth, justice on the table. But there is a little bit of fear. And I think that is actually on their part. You're feeling good. Roles can be reversed. But whichever party was the one that went their own way, that has now matured a little bit and is looking back, that party has a little bit of fear attached. Because maybe it's something new. It might be something brand new. You may be, this looks like a relationship that is moving at a slow pace. It's maybe started out at a very, very quick pace, but has slowed down and is maturing. That's what it looks like. This looks like a relationship that is maturing, and one of you is a little bit nervous about it, because when you move a relationship from casual, you have to include limitations. And to someone who is used to operating without them can feel confining and a little bit scary, but it's all good. All right, so that's what I got for you. I hope this helped. And please like, share, and subscribe if this is the kind of content you want to continue to receive. Thanks so much. Cheers.